Good morning. This morning I set up and I've been in the book of Daniel this morning. God really put it on my heart several days ago to go to the book of Daniel, and I haven't done it. Um, and I didn't get a couple paragraphs into Daniel before I started seeing what I felt God was saying, because it started burning in me. It made me get up and just shout this morning. I'm telling you, it, I've been seeing just God showing me His complete and utter sovereignty, and just burning in me for me to even tell you to keep your eyes squarely on Jesus, especially now. We're getting so divided in our attention, and Jesus came to show us the way to the Father. He came to establish His kingdom on earth. And that kingdom was established. It's been ruling and reigning on earth for a couple thousand years now. See, Jesus is on the throne now. Right now. He's ruling and reigning. Through me, through you, on this earth. I didn't get into this book much at all, and I started seeing a repetitive phrase in here. And it was that God had given the chief of staff both respect and affection for Daniel. God gave these four young men an unusual aptitude for understanding every aspect of literature and wisdom. God gave Daniel the ability to interpret dreams. God gave him wisdom and balanced judgment. Right down here in chapter 2, verse 21, it says that God controls the course of world events, and He removes kings and sets up other kings. God can tell the king his dream. The God of heaven has given the king sovereignty, power, strength, and honor. Daniel was telling King Nebuchadnezzar that it's God that has set you up. And the unusual thing here was King Nebuchadnezzar demanded that someone tell him his dream without them knowing it. And Daniel says the God of heaven gives these dreams, and God can reveal it. See, God is sovereign. It says right there, He controls the course of world events. You will find yourself fighting against God if you are not completely submitted to being a slave to Jesus Christ. Here, Daniel goes and asks God in His mercy to reveal this dream that he had gave Nebuchadnezzar. He says, reveal it to me, God, so this king won't kill me. And God reveals it to him. And it was this terrifying dream to the king. It was a statue with its head of gold, its chest of silver. It was made of iron, bronze iron, mixed with clay. And it represented all the kingdoms on earth set up by man. And Daniel tells him that there was a mountain and a great rock was cut out of it, but not with human hands. And that rock would destroy and grind to power every kingdom on earth created by man. It says here, the God of heaven will set up a kingdom that will never be destroyed or conquered. It will crush all these kingdoms into nothingness, and it will stand forever. That is the meaning of the rock cut from the mountain, though not by human hands, that crushed to pieces the statue of iron, bronze, clay, silver, and gold. The great God was showing the king what will happen in the future. This dream is true, and its meaning is certain. I'm telling you, when Jesus came to earth, He said right then, my kingdom is not of this world. If it were, my followers would fight for me. But He's teaching us how to lay our lives down and allow Him to establish his kingdom in the entire earth. We have a choice right now. Which kingdom do you want to belong to? You cannot have your feet in two kingdoms. You cannot serve two masters. See, Daniel knew for a fact who had sent the Babylonians to carry them away. Daniel could have started a militia. He could have held out and fight, but the truth of the matter is the people left in Judah did just that. They're all dead. Daniel submitted to the sovereignty of God. He stood on righteousness. He would not be defiled. He stayed respectful the entire time. He stayed humble. He kept his eyes squarely on the God of heaven that could deliver him. I'm telling you, you need to take note of Daniel, how he conducted himself as a man of righteousness. No matter what the laws of your land are. I'm talking to people all over the world right now because, see, this worldwide kingdom that I'm speaking to covers the entire earth. It's not an American thing. It's not an African thing or a Filipino thing or a Pakistani thing. It's made up of every tribe, every nation, every creed and color of men who will follow Jesus Christ. Will you? Will you lay all of this down and trust the God of heaven? Humble yourself at his feet and watch him raise you up. He'll do it. I'm telling you today, believe on Jesus. Take your focus off of everything that's going on and know that God is in control of world events. None of this is just happening. God right now is agitating these kingdoms. And he's going to grind them to powder, it says. He's already been doing it. He's doing it now. He will continue to do it till his kingdom fills the entire earth. Then there's going to be a final day. Just as there was a first day, there will be a final day. And on that day, this bride on earth will be presented. Us without spot or wrinkle, clean. So I'm telling you today, get your eyes squarely on Jesus. Know that God is completely sovereign. That everything that has happened, or is happening, or will happen, God is in control. Will you trust him? You still won't trust him if you're still trying to fight. But you're not to fight as humans do. We're waging war against powers and principalities. Your sole responsibility is to keep your eye off of the speck in your brother's eye. Worry about that thing that's in your eye, that's in my eye. I have to keep an eye on that. I have to crucify my flesh. I have to take up my cross. I have to keep my eyes on Jesus. He'll deal with that man. That's another man's servant. The judge is standing at the door watching right now. I'm telling you, this is a battle over our flesh, to crucify it, to lay it down. I love you guys. I got a fire burning in me this morning. Keep your eyes on Jesus. Don't get distracted. He's got you. I love you guys. Have a good day.